the Indian subcontinent, a land of diverse cultures and rich history. By the 18th century, the Maratha Confederacy arose, challenging foreign powers. Under leaders like Shivaji Maharaj, they mastered guerrilla warfare. The Marathas were also shrewd diplomats and administrators. They united various kingdoms under Hindavi Swarajya, self-rule for Hindus. This concept resonated deeply, representing freedom from Mughal rule and European colonialism. The Maratha Confederacy stood as a shield against the British East India Company. The company, originally traders, sought to exploit the political fragmentation of the Mughal Empire. The stage was set for a clash that would decide the fate of the Indian subcontinent. The Marathas were ready to defend their land. The First Anglo-Maratha War showcased the Marathas' military prowess. Sparked by British interference in Maratha affairs, the war exposed the vulnerabilities of the British East India Company. The Marathas regrouped and launched attacks on British strongholds. The Battle of Wadgaon in 1779 saw Mahaji Shinde decisively defeat a larger British army. The Treaty of Salbai in 1782 ended the war in a stalemate. The British failed to achieve their objectives, demonstrating Maratha resilience. However, internal rivalries weakened the Maratha Confederacy. The British learned from their mistakes, determined to return stronger. The Marathas had proven their strength, but the struggle was far from over. The seeds of future conflicts were sown. The Second Anglo-Maratha War marked a shift in power toward the British. The East India Company used military might and political intrigue to exploit Maratha divisions. Key battles like Assaye and Laswari in 1803 showcased Maratha bravery. Despite their valor, the Marathas faced superior British firepower. The Treaty of Bassein in 1802 forced the Peshwa to become a British protectorate. Leaders like Yashwantrao Holkar continued to resist using guerrilla tactics. The war ended in defeat for the Marathas, with vast territories annexed by the British. Yet, the spirit of resistance persisted. The Marathas' struggle inspired future generations of freedom fighters. The fight for independence was far from over. The Third Anglo-Maratha War marked the end of the Maratha Confederacy. The British East India Company used superior resources to crush opposition. The Battle of Khadki in 1817 saw the defeat of the Peshwa's forces. Internal strife and lack of unity weakened the Marathas. The war ended in 1818 with the defeat of the last Maratha bastion. The Peshwa was deposed and his kingdom annexed by the British. The Maratha dream of a united and independent India was crushed. The subcontinent was now firmly under British control. The Anglo-Maratha Wars left an indelible mark on the Indian psyche. The defeat of the Maratha Confederacy ushered in an era of British dominance. The British dismantled existing political and social structures. Economic exploitation led to widespread poverty and stagnation. Yet, the memory of Maratha bravery inspired future generations. Their stories kept the flame of resistance alive. The seeds of Indian nationalism were sown in the ashes of Maratha defeat. The legacy of resistance endured. The Anglo-Maratha Wars, though ending in defeat, hold a significant place in Indian history. They represent the spirit of resistance and courage against foreign rule. The Marathas' struggle for freedom inspired later generations. Their emphasis on education, social reform, and religious tolerance left a lasting impact. The wars serve as a reminder of the cost of freedom. The echoes of Maratha war drums still resonate in the hearts of millions. The dream of a free and independent India lived on, fueled by their sacrifices. The Maratha legacy of